Is Israel facing growing divisions at home over a possible U.S Iran agreement? Hundreds of protesters gathered in Tel Aviv's Habima Square on Saturday as political tensions in Israel intensified over reports of a potential deal between Washington and Tehran. The demonstrations were part of ongoing anti-government protests, but this time, concerns over a possible U.S Iran agreement added a new layer to the possible debate. Many in Israel's political establishment reportedly worried that emerging deal between the US and Iran may have not fully addressed Israel's security concerns. So is Israel being neglected? What is Netanyahu doing? Big questions, not from my side, but from Israel's own population. The criticism was echoed by the opposition leader Yair Lapid, who publicly questioned the value of reported ideals and deals. In social media, Lapid argued that the agreement does not achieve Israel's own war goals. According to him, Iran's agreement or government would remain in power, its missile power would continue, and its nuclear capabilities could potentially be rebuilt. Now, these remarks reflect on a broader debate with Israel over how they manage the Iran-US diplomacy. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government has long maintained a hardline position on Iran. But why now? Why they are leaning now? Now, however, the reports of the possible diplomatic progression between US and Iran have created a political tension inside Israel, with some fearing that decisions made in Washington may have not fully aligned with Israel's interests. Analysts say that this situation highlights the complex relationship between allies, even the close partners that disagree on strategy and national security interests that are evolving. The potential agreements has also drawn global attentions because it could influence the regional stability and energy markets, and also the shipping routes in the Middle East. Supporters of diplomacy argue that agreements can reduce the risk of conflict and create opportunities of the long-term stability. Critics, however, warned that incomplete deals may only postpone the future tensions. For now, the negotiations remain closely watched, while political debates continue inside Israel. As the protests fill the streets, the leader exchanged criticism. One thing is very clear: the outcome of the US-Iran diplomacy may now shape not only the relations between the two countries, but also the future of the entire region.